Hello everyone, welcome to dApp Library. This is dApp Library's 15th episode, and for the folks who are here for the first time, this is a weekly show where we introduce the dApps which are being built on Shardium. And today we have Shardible. Shardible is a create your own NFT marketplace. More on which Monish will be giving us the introductions, and Monish is here from the team. So, hi Monish, how are you? And how's the weather?
Thank you, Yash. Thank you for the warm welcome. And it's quite going out cool here. The weather is hot. Uh, Basically, we are from again Chennai. The weather is too hot over here, and everything is quite starting up good right now. And the March is good. How about yours?
The things are heating up here, and we are just sweating. So yeah, we are here to talk about Shardible, right? So,
Mhm.
um, do tell me about just introduce what Shardible exactly is, and also introduce yourself.
Okay, basically, I started as I'm a mechanical engineer myself. I work for companies, corporate companies, and I basically started out with airdrop. Eventually I become a ex creative lead at Neo Protocol, and I was doing a lot there. And basically I do a lot of community initiatives, and I was working with different companies. uh, I basically do a lot of community strategies, community management, and all this growth roles, marketing basically. And that is how I built. And we have a DAO called Kalakendra DAO, and I co founded, and my teammate John, we co founded Kalakendra DAO. The Kalakendra roughly translates to heavenly place for art and artist. The uh, initial idea was to create awareness about Web3, especially Web3 to the artist. And we eventually moved our mission from not just creating education as well as onboarding them into Web3 space. So that is how Kalakendra DAO KKD has been into so far. Uh, since we started, the Kalakendra DAO, it started a year back. In November 2021, we kickstarted a registered DAO, and a registered DAO at Neo Protocol, uh, where we were educating almost like for a year now. We have almost educated and onboarded more than 15 plus biggest communities around India, from Pune, Goa, India, from Chennai and Kerala. So these are the biggest community, and we were onboarded, and we were doing it. And once again, it all started. So that is how it is. Like I'm a creative person, and I have John with me here. So who's like a technical side, who's helping us on Shardible, who's mentoring us, advising on the technical part of Shardium, Shardible, as well as with Kalakendra. So here we are in the Shardible meeting. Thanks, Dad.
Interesting. So from being an airdrop hunter, you now are educating people and onboarding more and more NFT artists. That's pretty interesting. Um,
Yep.
yeah,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
everyone had an opportunity. I see a huge scope for everyone to sustain in Web3 space, especially considering the economy side and all those sort. I was getting good. I was recognized good. I was mentored by good people around in Web3, and I wanted the same to happen to the people, and that's how it started.
Interesting. And we do have John here as well, right? John, can you unmute yourself and give us a 2 minute introduction about yourself? Um, John, can you hear us?
Yep, he just called me. I think he could not hear him, so I have asked him to quit and come back. Meanwhile, we'll kickstart it.
Sure. All right.
So once he's
So
up, probably he'll be able to do his proper introduction.
definitely, Monish. So it's pretty interesting to hear your story, and
Mm-hmm.
since you mentioned how Kala Kendra Dao and then now Shardible. So can you tell
Mm-hmm.
me more about how how did you guys come up with Shardible? What was the story behind it?
Interesting. we were doing a lot with KKD in terms of educating. Again, we represented Namaste NFT event that happened in Bangalore. We had a booth there. We were open to, and we were doing it for social good. We doesn't take any money out from people or artists for educating them, for onboarding them. Even like we spent couple other bucks from our treasury to help them kickstarted into Web3 space. So we were doing it for social good. And we had our own booth in Web3 Conference Goa, where I met the Shardium team first time, and they were quite. It was very interesting. They were a quite good conversation that happened between Zahur and myself with Near and Shardium. That's eventually I came. That's eventually I came to know about Shardium, and once I started digging into more, I really loved how Shardium has been well infrastructured and all this thing, and how they're the tag, the proof of community thing, and I really loved it, and I really wanted to be part of Shardium at that point. So considering we have a huge understanding towards an artist base back in India, we wanted to bring it back to something again, to the artist in India again. Considering the Shardium, where most of the community is from India again, we wanted to kickstart the Shardible for the artist in India. The idea was the real idea was to have uh, we were as we onboarded more than 15 committee 15 to 20 committees, as I mentioned earlier. They were facing a lot of problems. They could not sustain into Web3 for a very long time. I mean, the user experience was good, but still with the MetaMask, with all those sort, they were fading out, and they just eventually went back to their Web2 form, and they could not get it. They could not have a full understanding towards Web3. I mean, we basically do that. KKD were able to do that. We basically educate them. We tell them how the creator economy works. We tell them how to monetize from the community and all those sort. We basically educate them in doing it through their artworks. But eventually, they were pushed back to their Web2 form, and they could not, again, with this bad user experience and stuff. We wanted to uh, restrict it as an non-profit organization. We were forced to move to build a product that will be easy to onboard more artists, especially the culture, as well as with the Web3 concept into Web3 space. So that is how we built out Shardible. Shardible is, again, as Yash mentioned earlier, it's a low-code end-to-end NFT marketplace built on top of Shardium. So the idea is anyone, any artist, especially anyone, and anyone apart from the world, like you could sell your T-shirts, mugs, or any small creator. Uh, they could sell they could sell as a creator. They could sell there, be a part of the creator economy with just a couple of clicks, and deploy their own store. So the idea is to have a Shopify for Web3 kind of interface with Shardible on Shardium. That is the whole idea over here.
Pretty interesting stuff coming for so as you see, we have so many artists already in Web3, but yeah, they are struggling, and I think that's a good pain point to catch. So yeah, and
Perfect.
exactly. So now I've been seeing something. You guys have been growing tremendously. So can you tell us more about how the community response has been for you guys? I see.
Honestly,
Yeah, you. I think
uh,
you guys have more than 50,000 followers already on Twitter. So how's that happening?
honestly, it's completely with that is because of the Shardium ecosystem itself. We had our first introduction post that we are building Shardible on Shardium. The first post, thank you so much with Nishal, who helped us in retweeting us. That went out very soon. It went out a good response that we got, good engagement. We were welcomed as an ecosystem project into Shardium. We really loved it. Basically, I don't know what other ecosystem that gives out this feeling of welcoming into the community or the ecosystem, like Shardium given us. The head of marketing, Nishal itself, himself have pulled us. He have just retweeted us, and it went viral again for some time, and we really loved it actually. Apart from that, with the exciting and cool partners that we have, especially with the KOLs of Shardium, the Shardium Times, Shardium News. These KOLs helped us basically, like Shardium India. I mean, there are like quite a lot of partners that we have. Shardeum Africa, we were able to collaborate with different regional communities, KOLs of Shardium, which given us, and I mean that is why we have all the partners, like who are the partners of KOLs listed onto our website. They welcomed us, they supported us in growing. Eventually, we were trending point some point of time, and now we are here at like almost 50,000 followers on Twitter, and almost 40,000 followers on Discord. And everything is because of the KOLs, the key opinion leaders on Shardium, and the Shardium ecosystem itself, like the welcoming ecosystem that ever been so far.
Pretty interesting stuff. I mean, there are a lot of projects who should take inspiration from how you guys are growing and how you guys are leveraging the Shardium community and Shardium community handles. I see Shardium News here, so I think they are also your partners, right?
Yes, yes. I mean, Shardium News, Shardium Times, Shardium Africa, and Shardium India. These are the like four pretty partners who helped us in growing at very initial stage, and we respect their thing, and we are very much out to give it back to the KOLs of the Shardium ecosystem.
Great
Return back,
stuff,
and
great stuff.
and I'm open for any collaborations that they are. I mean, whatever the help that I got from Shardium ecosystem, any new projects that you are building on Shardible, I mean Shardible is there for you to help at least in the social levels. We are happy to collaborate on any sort and push your socials, at least like we helped Spathion, other projects that is building on, and we are also open to help other projects that is whole building on Shardium, and at least with the social level to grow your project in some level from this course.
Great to hear it from you. You know, you guys have been following the OCC principle of Shardium. That's pretty interesting. So let's move ahead and let's talk about now that you guys have grown, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What what metrics are you guys currently planning to work on more, or is there something that is interesting or exciting about Shardival that's coming in now, and
Oh,
that you'd
yeah.
like to give
Before we
a
have John, I guess he have connected with um, this mic. I guess we have. I mean, he have a vast experience in different languages,
mhm.
especially in Web3, Ethereum, Polkadot, Solid. I mean, Solidity, Polkadot, Rust, even Move. So our co-founder John, if you could just introduce yourself, that would be really honor for Shardible as well.
Yeah, hello guys, am I audible?
Yes, John, you are.
Yeah. So, so basically, I have a vast experience in Web3 as a software developer. So I've been into Ethereum development in most early days in 2018 itself. So then currently, that experience helped me to explore more stuffs in Polkadot and substrate frameworks using Rust language. And so once I hear the blockchain coming from India, the Shardium. So I wanted to do something around it, like since I have experience in Solidity as well, so it was an easy part coming into Shardium as well. So as Monish was saying, like we were trying to solve some pain points around for the Web3 artists and creators and all. So we are trying to solve the problem of for the creators, and we are trying to there's some creator economy over Stadium. So that's where we are in right now, and uh, like we are trying to bring in more developers as well. Like particularly in our product Shardible, like we are not only a NFT marketplace, we are also trying to give some APIs for any developers coming from a Web2 tech stack. They can easily build on top of Shardible or Shadium. So that's our unique selling point we are trying to put in here.
Interesting, interesting. And I'm just amazed by the experience that you also have in this Web3 space. Um, so as I was talking about the matrix that you guys are currently chasing or following. So or is there something which is super exciting that we should look forward to, or just drop something, some alpha here for the people who are listening us right now?
Perfect. So we have two things basically. In terms of metrics, we are not currently focused on are increasing the numbers. Rather, we are focusing on onboarding artists into the NFT marketplace itself.
Mm-hmm.
The initial idea is we have a huge leap in building the Shardible as well as Wazirex have closed their NFT marketplace. Most of the NFT artists and collectors, basically the artists themselves, are being part of our KKD. We are constantly reaching out to them. There's been already like 20 plus biggest name artists have given the soft commitment in terms of their listing into the Shardable, and as well as with the major NFT projects like Cat's Crew, again Friends Gang that went to Aptos again, that will be coming back to Shardium soon, have given a good soft commitment in terms of launching them on Shardable. So this is the metrics that we are currently focusing on: onboarding more artists and spreading or taking Shardable to the every extent that we are looking into. And the second point, as I mentioned earlier, we were as a Kala Kendra DAO, we are a social good DAO. We were, we are rooted in such a way that everything, like, we think that community is key to any process. I mean, that is the motto of Shardium as well. We also find that very interesting. I have this saying, like, anyone can build an OpenSea again, the next OpenSea. And anyone can build an next Ethereum, unless until you have an audience or you have a community to look into it or use it. It's useless again. So we are primarily focusing on onboarding collectors and creators on this firm, and also powering the community itself. We are breaking down. We are listing out our collections. We have our own collection called MAWC, which is Mutant Aquatic Warriors Club. So basically, the idea is that is in AI generated art, which any holder that purchase this NFT will get. We are planning to give out 20 percentage of the revenue that is being airdropped to the any holder. That any user that holds this NFT, as long as the product is making money out of Shardible. So this is the big thing, giving back to the. It's not with the profit again, the revenue from the platform fee that we get on Shardible, that will be airdrop to the user, and unless until they hold this MAWC. So this is one thing, giving back to, like, basically the idea is like the fractional ownership of the product itself. So the 20% goes there. So this is we have the sale on August 14th. So this is the biggest alpha that is running out with the Shardable community, and most of them are knows here. So we have an exciting news. So anyone who haven't got their whitelist, just join our Discord. There are a lot of exciting stuff that is going on. So be a part and bag your whitelist and be able to get your MAWC NFTs. And we just don't try to stop this. There are a lot of other utilities as well. We have early access. Any holders that gets an early access for the any projects that has been listed onto Shardable, and we are forming a DAO with a Shardable DAO. So these major NFT holders will be constitution in taking decisions of the strategic decisions of the Shardable in future as well. So we have a huge pack of MAWC that is coming in. So that is the biggest alpha that is running again in Shardable. So anyone wants, please interact with our community and get your whitelist here.
Pretty interesting stuff. So, again, those who heard, they have a good chance now. And yeah, so moving forward, would
Mhm.
like to go through the platform itself. Can you give us a demo, or can you take us through uh, something visual?
Sure. Actually, I don't think I can show you the platform itself now. But we have our platform. So anyone who haven't looked over on our website, the platform is supposed to be launched yesterday, but we are going out with some bugs. So we are expecting to push it another a week or two to have a bug-free user experience on Shardable. That is why we haven't launched it yet. But still, there is a huge thing that is coming in terms of Shardable testnet on Sphinx. So I'll run through the website now, and I'll let you know. A biggest thing, we are letting you know what Shardable is again. A small thing that I'll run you through the website itself. I hope you can see my screen now.
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So basically this is what with the MAWC. This haven't been hyperlinked yet. So these are the NFTs. Again, as I told you earlier, it's just an AI generated art. So each NFT that can get you up to a part of 20% of the a platform fee that has been generated by Shardible on that. Again with Shardible, this is where it becomes very much interesting. As I mentioned earlier, I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we are not just an NFT marketplace. We are an extension of that. We seek to be part of. I mean, be like a Shopify for Web3 kind of sort. As I mentioned earlier, again I'll come back through. So Shardable is a P2P NFT marketplace like a conventional OpenSea or any marketplace where you could list your NFTs, buy, mint, and sell your NFTs over here. This is like traditional NFT marketplace that will be live soon. And we have an extension of NFT as a service where we are providing SDKs and APIs for the developers that who wants to be part of Shardable. So the idea is anyone who is building any product that has an NFT need, probably they could plug into our, they don't have to hustle with the NFT coding part. Probably they could plug into our API and SDKs into their games. So for all their NFT needs. Apart from that, we are providing a simple factory smart contract, factory contract, like in the sense probably like with a couple of clicks with next, probably you could deploy your own store like dApp library.shardable.io or even shardium news.shardable.io where you could sell your NFTs. Whether the NFTs can be any sort, like even as I mentioned earlier, it can be any physically redeemable product like t-shirts or beer or any sort that you wanted to wish to create as an creator economy where the hustle is free, where you could sell it as an NFT. That there we where we have as a NFT as a service, and we are also we are also primarily focused on the NFT launch part. So we there aren't any links. Probably with a click, you could with a factory smart contract, you could create your own with your own NFT marketplace where you could sell your NFTs with our your smart contract itself. You don't have to rely on us. Like it's like we are providing NFT launchpad as well. So the idea is for with Shardible is like we are trying to create a NFT need, provide a solution for the NFT needs in the complete Shardium ecosystem, like from minting, from the games, from any sort, even like let's say like any game, space shot that wants to be part of. They wanted to sell their NFTs, probably the scale arts to multipliers for their NFT. They don't have to work on. Probably they could plug into their SDKs into their code. They could use the borrowing, lending, and all those things with the Shardable itself. So this is complete. Again, as a name mentioned, low code end-to-end NFT marketplace on Shardeum. As a features, we have stats and analytics that is being built right now and maintain list NFTs like the traditional market, buy, sell, borrowing, lending, SDKs, custom NFT marketplace, the store that I've been talking, NFT staking that yet to come, and NFT auctioning. So every complete NFT needs on Shardium will be covered by Shardable. That is what we want it to be. And the product launch map, we are at the phase two. So the alpha testnet to be reached. To be reached by last week. Probably there is some still small bugs that is finding. Like so, in couple of weeks, like in one or two, probably we would have our beta net on the Shardium Spinks. So this is the product launch roadmaps and our partners or patrons that we wanted to showcase on our website. Feel free to join our community. Feel free to be part of the community. As Shardium says, community is CEO of Shardium. Like community is like CEO for Shardable as well. So be part of our community and get benefited from NFT from Shardable. That's everything from Shardable we have here in terms of demo. So again, join our Discord or our socials and to get connected with Shardable here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. What I'm doing next is I'll start creating NFTs of all the dApp library episodes that I conduct. And once you guys launch your um, no code NFT marketplace, I'll start selling them there. So
It should happen.
so that's there. Pretty interesting stuff. Let's move forward and talk about Shardium mainnet. You just mentioned that you guys would be releasing your platform like in a week or so,
Yes.
right?
Yes, so the development is almost done. We have certain bugs. So we could expect our platform, I mean, in Spinks, on Spinks in couple of weeks, I mean, in 1 or 2 weeks. The mainnet, we are completely packed. Don't worry on that. We will be on the very first day of when Shardium mainnet is there. We will be on. I can promise you there. We will be there on the mainnet of Shardium when it is live.
Interesting, interesting. So looking forward to see you live on Shardium mainnet as soon as we get there. Um,
Fingers crossed as well.
so one last question, and this is a personal question. So we recently, I mean, Shardium recently launched its beta net, right? And
Yes.
I have been running my node. So would like to ask you guys if you guys have your own node live on Shardium Spings, and this is to both Monish and John. So go ahead and answer
Honestly,
this.
for me right now, it's not. I mean, it was running until the last week, and there is some. I had to restart the node. There is something I have to restart it, but my the server is on PQ hosting, and it was running until the last week. But I haven't taken a look on why it is down for this week. But it was running, and I expect to run it for the upcoming weeks as well.
John, how about you?
Same, like I'm open for it. Like earlier in Liberty, I have tried for some time running the node, but with the Sphinx, I meant to try, but I
Great,
can't do
great.
that.
Looking forward to you. Looking forward to you guys running the node and posting about it, talking about it everywhere. And yeah, that sums up all the questions that I had for you guys. Thank you so much for being here and taking us through Shardible. We are super excited, not just us, but everybody. So everybody who's listening to us, maybe you can give us a reaction using the reaction button right over here, and let us know that you were listening. And yeah, thank you so much again for being here, and we'll see you on another episode of dApp Library next week. Till then, bye bye. And Monish, John, if you have anything that you would like to say, please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for welcoming us and giving us a broad explanation on what Shardible is to the Shardium community. And we are very much honored to be building on top of Shardium. And we expect to, I mean, again, we expect to run OCC motto in our Shardible as well. Happy to be part of Shardium. Thank you.